Hi friends. I struggle to know what to talk about off the top of my head because I have a lot of thoughts. I just don't always want to talk about them. Well, I've been wanting to share the things that I do to help me with my fibromyalgia for a very long time, and giving it an attempt a couple of times and finding myself I don't know how to say it. I feel the pressure to be accurate and honest and forthright in what works for me, and then discovering halfway down the road that I changed my mind on some of the things because of where those things came from. And I will say, one thing I'm sticking with that's working really well for me is eating the carnivore diet. It is possible to survive on just meat and fat and not have to worry about fruit and vegetables ever again. So here's my story a little bit. Why did I choose the carnivore diet, and what am I going to do moving forward? Well, I'm going to definitely continue eating the carnivore diet. But how I stumbled upon it was trying to heal from my menopausal symptoms, the weight gain I had, and the extra pain and fatigue, and the excessive fibromyalgia symptoms just getting worse as I got older. And I think the two coexist in a way. Our bodies are meant to function a certain way, and food really does matter, it turns out. In my little journey of trying to find answers, I stumbled upon a video, like a TED Talk done by Mikhaila Peterson, and I stumbled upon that because her dad, Jordan Peterson, kept talking about, oh, this diet that my daughter does, over and over. He talks about all this stuff. So I look her up, and she talks about her experience in the hospital when everything health-wise with her body just crashed down, and she describes just eating meat and fat, and I am dumbfounded that that is even possible. How is that possible? How do we survive without fruit and vegetables? Aren't we supposed to eat a rainbow? And I did a bunch of reading, research that I could online. I don't like just any article. I like to go to the article sources. I don't like to just watch any video. I want to see, is there any scientific data for this? And then finally it just came down to, well, is it really going to hurt me if I try this for a couple weeks? And then after a couple weeks, I'm like, okay, I'll commit to a whole month, 30 days, and we'll see what happens. And then after 30 days, it turned into, wow, I've had significant progress. Let's see what happens if I go a full 90 days like this. If I get sick or anything, I could always go back to eating what I was before. And I did get sick. And my stubborn self decided to stick with the carnivore diet anyway. And as I was looking into all these symptoms I was having, they were just really weird things. It turns out it was oxalate dumping. And I'm like, oxalate dumping? What are oxalates? Turns out the food highest in oxalates are almonds, chocolate, and spinach. And I'm like, what? Three of my favorite food in the world are the highest in oxalates. What am I doing? And that just, so many things happen between now and then that have just thoroughly convinced me that this is improving my life. Now, of course, what has it been? 3.5 years, I think. I'm not really good with the math. I have to look at my notes. I don't know if it's been 3.5 or 4.5 years. And I don't follow carnivore perfectly. My behaviors basically, oh, I feel really good. So I think I'll have some dairy. The dairy's carnivore. That's another story. Me and dairy don't really get along well. Or I'll be like, I haven't had joint pain in several weeks now, so I'll just add some spices to my meat. And then I wonder, why is my neck hurting so bad? Spices are very high in plant toxins, and that's just basically the reason why carnivore is working so well with everybody on carnivore, is that plants have toxins in them, and over time these toxins accumulate in the body, and after a while causing a lot of health issues. And nobody wants to look at fruit and vegetables, plants, grains, nuts, seeds. They don't want to look at any of that as a reason for their health issues, because they've been told their whole lives that these are healthy food to eat. So, I don't know. I'm just going to share my journey. I don't want to have a professional look on my channel. I just want to reach out to somebody who is wondering what they can do about their fibromyalgia. I'd love to talk about the journey I had with the guaifenesin protocol also, so I'll probably do that. I don't know how many people have seen my original videos, but I decided to delete them all because I didn't feel like the information I was giving was relatable for me anymore. It's not part of who I am anymore. It's just some of the stuff, not all of it. Like, I don't know. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling despair over your fibromyalgia, or you're wondering if you have fibromyalgia, I just want to have a personal chat with you about what is helping me and see if it could also help you. Give carnivore a try. Do some research on it first so that you can see all the ins and outs of it. Join some carnivore groups in social media. Shoot your questions out there. There's a lot of people who have genuinely followed carnivore for more than 5 years and have a lot of good wisdom out there for you. Also, if you have a question about fibromyalgia and what it really is, please post it in the comments so that I can go through some ideas of what to talk about next in my journey with fibromyalgia and why I feel like I'm succeeding today over it. Yeah, much better place in my life. Much better place in my life, yes. All right, have a great day. Bye.